Hi all. Today I will be discussing about a GUI programming in Python. So for this GUI programming Python, we will be requiring to draw some canvas or some whatever it is, some window over our desktop. So to draw a window, we have a module tkinter. So this tkinter has a method. If I instantiate with tk, then I will be getting a canvas or a window or a something, I mean a canvas where I can draw label, button and everything. So let me demonstrate what I'm trying to say. So let me make a file. So this is the first file. Let me name it gui.py. So we'll be importing import tkinter. So tkinter from tkinter import, okay, not import tkinter, from tkinter, from this particular module tkinter import everything. So import star, and then I will be assigning to the root variable an instance of tk. So my window, my frame is being created. Now let me give it a name, root title. So everything in Python is Python is in the root. This GUI component is in the root section. So in the root section, whenever instantiating with tk, so making an object of it, window is being, I mean in the root section, and window or a canvas or a frame is being created, and I can give it a title. Say let it be GUI window. Now the problem is that if I run this program, it would run. Let me open up the terminal, new terminal, fine. And this particular program is present within dist folder. Okay, cd dist. Okay, so it's not working. cd dist. Okay, so it's not working. So then the name of the folder is dist. Okay, so cd d. This is the terminal. Object may not be fine string. Okay, so I have to move to this particular folder, dist. Okay, so it is within Python programs. Okay, cd Python program. Okay, now I am within this folder. Now let me run the program Python, then gui.py, the name of the program. So see, nothing is showing up. So there is a method called main loop. So if I am saying root dot main loop, what it basically does is that it loops until some command is being given by the user, either the full screen or the window is being closed. The program continues to run in an infinite loop. So here comes the window. Now the program, the problem with this window is that the window is very small. To set the size of this window, I can use the geometry and pass on 640 into 480. That will set the screen size of that particular window. Let me run the program one more time. So it's 640 by 480. Now let me consider a situation in which I don't know the screen size. So I cannot say that 1024 into 2400. The screen resolution might not be that much big. That is the width and the height. So what if I can fetch the screen size, that is the height and width of the window? So let me fetch it. Let me fetch the width. So width of which with root and then win info. Get me the info of the screen width. Get me the info of the screen width. So far so good. And also the height would be, let me get the root dot info, and it would be screen height. Okay, fine, got my two element. And let me pass it on to the root dot geometry, and let me format it %d into %b. That would be within quotation. See, 640 by 480 was inside a quotation, and then %d. There will be a %d, and I will be passing this particular, not %d, percentage. Okay, width and height. So it's still showing some error. So the error is %d, okay, fine. So there will be no comma. Let me, okay, so it is working perfectly fine. Let me run the program. See, it is opening in full screen mode. Now let me jump over to the next section. I will be building a stopwatch. For that particular reason, I will be requiring a formatter, a string formatter. The name of that formatter is strf time. So let me make another file. Let me name it strftime.py. To get some time functionality, we need to import date and time. We import the date and time. Import date and time from date and time as dt. So what it from date and time import date and time as dt. So now I can use the functionalities, the functions present within this date and time module using this dt variable. So now equals to dt dot so now is equal to dt dot now fetch me the time of this particular instance, and then print now. Let me see how it looks. So it's Python strf time, Python strf time.py. So see, it is fetching the time. Now what's the functionality of this strf time? I can format it. strf time is basically what it does is that formats the date and time. So let me demonstrate. So str equals to now dot strf time. Let me format it in this way. So %i is for the hour, and then hour, minute, and then second, and for mpm I'm using %s. Now let me print str and see how it looks. Str, let me run the program, how it looks. See, okay, so now strf time, what it says that invalid format string. Okay, so it is an invalid format string. So str is a variable, I think. strf is it converts something into a string, So I think str is a keyword. Now let me run the program one more time. Let me see how it looks. Okay, it still says that invalid format string. The string format is okay, not %s, it's %p. Let me run the program one more time. Okay, it is coming perfectly fine. And let me also check whether str works fine or not. So str is used to convert something like string in Python, I think so. Now it is working perfectly fine. So I can use the variable as str also. Now to print the mark, you can I will be providing in the description this particular link of this URL in which there are the format which fetches something which works with the strf time. So here it says that %b, where it is, I just looked, here it is. %b means full month name. So see how it works. It's simple. Say month equals to now dot strf time, month strf time %b. So if I now print month, the month is, and if I pass on this variable month, see how it looks. See, the month is July. Now let me jump over to the last section, building a stopwatch widget, not stopwatch, clock widget dot py. I'll be using this particular strf time formatter. So what I need to do is that let me import something and do something. So from just like before, from time we'll be importing from time, import strf time. Got it? Now let me define the window tk. So I have got my window, root equals to tk. So there is still some error because I have not imported tkinter. From import tkinter, from time import stdf time import tk enter from import tk enter from tk enter import star, import everything, import star. Okay, the error is gone. So far so good. Now let me set the title to the frame which I have just created. Title would be, say, suppose clock. Now let me define a function which would be performing some operation. So it would be calculating the time, so my time, and the time would be string equals to, let me format it strf time, and the format would be just now what I have did a few minutes before. This is the format. So let me copy it, Ctrl C, and paste it in here. strf time, Ctrl V. Let me, okay, strf time. Fine. So I have formatted my string. Now I have to set this to a label. For that particular reason, I will be using lbl.config, let it the variable name be lb, text equals to string. So the problem here now is lb is not defined, so label is not defined as of now. Let me define it in the later section. Let me see how it works. And lb dot after 1000 comma time. Now let me define the label. So let me define the label. So lb equals to label, and it will be passed to the root section, rwd root. Very fine. The font would be something like this. Font equals to, say, Calibri. Let me set the font size also, say it is 40, and say the make it bold. And similarly, in a similar fashion as I have discussed earlier, I can set a background and foreground color. I can set a background and foreground color to this particular label. Bold, fine. Calibri 40 bold. This comma is not required. Comma, and then background. So bg equals to purple background, and the foreground fg equals to white. Let me see if there is any error or not. No, there is no error. There is only one error, that is time. So how to deal with this time? So okay, fine. So what I am doing is that this time functionality, so label after 1000 second, call time again, after 1000 second, call again. So after 1000 what it would be doing is that string would be taking strf time, it would be taking that current date and time, and that config, and then text equals to string, setting that particular time. So the clock would get updated. Now the label has been configured, but it won't be shown in this root window. For that reason, again, to lbl, not lbl, that is lb dot pack, and there is another function, pack center. I have to anchor it to the center. So anchor equals to center. Okay, so it has been center anchored, lbl.pack center, and then after everything is being done, it will be calling the time. So how it works, let me discuss. So whenever time is being called, this functionality comes time, and it takes the time and then config, puts the text into the string, and LB dot after 1000 second, again the time would be called, so this would be a continuous loop. And now to show this window we will be using main loop, so that the window doesn't get exited just like that, until and unless the close button is being called. So in the GUI programming we said root.main loop. In the root section here is the root is being created, root equals to tk, so the frame is being created. I have set the title to clock, and then I have set the time, and it would be called 1000 milliseconds after, so it would be a continuous loop. And then I have created a label and then packed it to the root, and then time. Let me see how it looks. Let me hope everything works fine. So if I say Python and the name of the program is clock_widget.py, so see it's working 124, 28, 29. So that's it. So let me discuss about it one last time. So time is being called. So every 1000 second time is main loop. So it is in a loop. So time is being called again after 1000 second, time is being called. The label is getting configured with text equals to string, and the string is taking that strf time format, that is %i. So I can give a separator here also. So if I want to give a separator, all I have to do is that this is the separator. Suppose a double colon is the separator. So okay, let me save the program one more time. Let me close this window, particular window. Let me run this program one last time. See, so we have discussed how to, this is a simple GUI programming. So we have created in the root section, we have made an instance of from the tkinter module. We have created instantiated tk, so that a window is being created. And then in the root section, the root section main loop. So the window would be running in a loop until unless the close button is being clicked, it would run. And now from the date and time module, so in this date and time module, particular this module, so dt.now, date and time module, I am using it as dt. So dt.now fetches the current date and time in a full format, and to format it in say in month, second, year, and whatever data is being I want to fetch from this particular date and time instance, I can use the strf time to format that particular date and time. And lastly, in the clock widget, this is the code. I am using the strf time format to set the value of this particular date and time, this instance date and time, and append it to the label. So label.config text equals to string. So what is the text of that label would be? It would be that string, that is strf time, whatever the format is being fetched. So I think I have been able to explain the programming in a lucid and simple way. Hope you like it, and I'll be giving that in the description of the other format of the strf time. Hope this you find this intuitive, and let me know how you liked it. Thank you.